Okay, we are live. Welcome to the program, everybody.
Fantastic.
Gregory,
Hello.
how are you?
Oh, the usual.
Mm-hmm. Chewing on muscle relaxers.
Chewing on muscle relaxers.
So the usual.
Yeah, no. So when you quit drinking, you got to fill that hole with something else.
Absolutely.
So, what's up, Vicodin?
Yeah, don't do that.
I am. No, I have to. That's the sound of me trying to check our email.
Oh, okay.
Which, if you wish to contribute, so you're not even ready.
Fuck.
You can email John at thejohnbrownshow.com or
Oh, dear Lord.
thejohnbrownshow.com.
There's so many windows.
I had to do that just to make sure you weren't prepared for it.
Huh?
Email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I know. You tried. I beat Computer Scott to the punch this week.
You did. You had to do it.
That was my whole plan leading into the show, is that digital son of a bitch wasn't going to beat me to the email plug.
Smonday up in this motherfucker.
It's Monday indeed.
Okay. Well, you beat the piss out of him, so.
No, yeah. I didn't even need Julie for that.
No, so far, mission accomplished.
I thought about bringing her back today. I'm like, no.
No. Not ready.
People can't handle it. She chased Scott off the show forever.
She was fucking brutal that day. That was a show that I think about often, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, because if I ever worry about like where a show is gonna go or how it's gonna go, I just think back to that day, and I'm like, it can't be that bad, because it didn't kill us. It didn't kill anybody. It was funny. It's funny to look back on. So it's like if that happens again, then it happens again. That was a hilarious show.
It was.
Where I just look across from me and I see this kid falling asleep. And I'm like, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah, so what do you think, Scott? I don't know, man. Do whatever you dump her, leave her, I don't care. Or stay with her. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. That was the best.
That was the best and most hurtful part of the day for me. Scott, what do you think about that? I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, where were you? You have headphones on. It's direct into your head.
Yeah, he was involved with something else that we may or have not been a part of.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through his head, but it wasn't going through ours.
No.
And the computer Scott just started saying, die, 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 die.
Yeah, we were.
we were dying.
Something was up, and we weren't in on it.
No, actually, I think something was down, which was like his levels.
Yeah,
he was literally falling asleep like in front of me.
That's poor Scott.
I'm like, oh, come on, buddy, just keep talking. You'll be all right.
No, he punched out on us.
Oh boy, did he!
It's okay though,
and he won't come back.
He'll come back.
I think he will.
Maybe
my brother won't.
I'm not there.
My brother
I'm not there with my vicious computer girl.
Yeah, Julie. Fucking yeah. Don't worry, there'll be no Julie.
Can't promise that.
No. If you're not there, well, maybe I probably could still. All of a sudden, we're just talking. The Skype goes off, and Julie just starts degrading everybody.
Just a picture of a skull and crossbones with a ponytail.
Yeah, it's not good. It's kind of like the what's that? The Ghost Rider, but the female version. Flaming skull with
a computer.
Yeah, and pigtails.
Yeah,
my brother was supposed to come on last week.
What happened?
He bailed.
He scotted you.
Yeah, basically. In a lot of ways, yep.
I have a new insult that I'm gonna start trying to get going after yesterday's Super Bowl.
Go ahead.
And so when somebody is just clearly fucking it up and doesn't know what they're doing with something, I'm gonna start saying that person is left sharking it.
Nice. How fucking hilarious was that whole fucking thing?
I was just sitting on my table or on my couch, eating like a bunch of food on my table. It's my own business, and then I drop like hot wings when like this transitions and these two gigantic fucking sharks accompany Katy Perry to the stage. I'm like, this is the best day of my life.
The whole thing was fucking bizarre. Like beach balls with mouths on them.
Yeah, and derpy teeth. Like,
yeah, the fuck.
It's kind of like that ball, and it's like, hey.
Yeah, I watched it on on the YouTubes today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
so you got your fill of the left shark action.
Yes, I didn't watch any of the Super Bowl because, again, I just don't like football, and I'm not even the guy who's like, I don't like football most of the time, but I will watch the Super Bowl. Nope, not me.
Just not your thing.
No, it's just I just don't. It's just not my thing. People love it, and that's good for them. But I did hear about this. I wanted to see the halftime show anyway because I'm pretty hard on like pop stars and stuff of today,
Right.
as far as being talented and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, well, I'll give it a fair shot. And it wasn't bad.
No, it was actually, I think it was quite good.
Yeah, she did good.
I like Katy Perry quite a bit though.
Mhm.
So that wasn't I was a little biased going into it, but when they announced that Katy Perry was doing the halftime show, I just thought to myself, thank God. Because if you look at some of the other options we could have had, it would have been that Iggy person.
Right.
Nicki Minaj.
Right.
That All About the Bass chick. It's like when you look at all these people, it's like, no, Katy Perry was clearly, if I had to pick any pop person, it would be Kesha, but Katy Perry was a good second.
Yeah, Katy Perry certainly trumps all those people you named.
Yeah, far and beyond.
Yeah, in my humble opinion, of course.
And then she gave us a gift, and that is the glory of the left shark.
Yeah, honestly, I was looking at the right shark. I was like, what the fuck?
No, you looked at the wrong shark.
And then I looked at the left shark and I went, oh my God, what the fuck? Because just the whole thing was just bizarre. It was like weird acid trip fucking
He
performance.
hit himself in the face.
Yes, he did.
So for anybody that hasn't seen this video, just YouTube left shark, which seems pretty ambiguous, but I'm pretty positive that today this will come up before anything else does.
Oh, you'll be able to get to like page 10 of YouTube before you'll stop seeing it.
And here's how you watch it. You grab an envelope or some paper or anything else, and when you watch it the first loop, you cover the left half of the video, and you loop it a few times so you can see what the right shark is doing. And then you take that paper and you slide it over to the side, and you cover the right shark, and just be amazed.
Exactly. And just let the magic begin.
Just let the magic begin. Like all those images you see out there of like a perfectly baked cake, and then somebody fucks up and writes "nailed it." That's kind of what the left shark did to the right shark. It's like a nailed it version of that cake.
Yes. And can I also say what my favorite part about Katy Perry is that Katy Perry can't dance.
She doesn't even try.
It's hilarious.
No, it's not her strong suit, and she's not interested.
Right. And I love that. And like she does basic like, dance moves and stuff just because you have to. That's just, Britney Spears kind of started that shit. Like to do the horrible choreography, just the basics to get through. And I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm like all these people in the back are like I have to say the performance, the show itself was phenomenal.
Oh, sure.
It was huge and it was perfect. And then you just see Katy Perry up front, like doing half moves, just like not quite there.
So I think there's a chance that Katy Perry was doing a little bit more mic work than they usually do during those things.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because Idina Menzel, who was doing the Star Spangled Banner, was her whole take on it was, well, I am not going to record this because I'm the bitch from Frozen, so fuck you.
Right.
So she did her song live, and I wonder if Katy Perry was like, I'm not going to get upstaged by her. Because she was very conservative in her dance motion. And if there's anything I've learned about pop music over the years, is that the more conservative you are with your dancing and moving around, that actually increases the chance that you're actually singing.
Yes, you're 100% correct.
So when I see somebody like perform like that, that's being very reserved and obviously trying to conserve physical energy, it makes me hopeful.
Yeah, right. That it's a little more, genuine.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Because there was times in it where I'm watching it, and there were times where I knew she was lip syncing,
right?
But it was during like the more intense, physical movements.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were other times where I'm like, okay, if she were to really just start like matching what everybody else is doing, she'd be totally out of breath.
Right.
There's just no way you can't dance and not breathe, at the same time. It's just impossible. You certainly can't do it for 12 minutes in a row.
If I was to guess what happened, I think that when she went in, when she was riding on that thing, that was probably almost completely recorded. There's no way it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because can you imagine trying to keep tone and remain focused and resolute while you're coming in on this shaky, broken
Transformer.
yeah, Transformer tiger?
Yes.
That would later unfold to be the stage, I think. I'm not sure if that's how that went down, but it sure feels like
It
it.
sure does feel like it. Yeah, I was thinking like as it's walking in and she's in the back of it, I'm like, she must be fucking scared to death.
She had a pole. I'm not sure if you know there's a pole holding her in.
Oh, really? No, I
There was-
didn't
yeah,
notice.
she was attached to a beam that came out of that tiger's back.
Yeah. I assume they wouldn't have allowed that to be on national TV if she could fall off.
No, but I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It would have been perfect.
That would have been hilarious. And also, maybe my second favorite part of the halftime show was Missy Elliott coming back
Oh yeah,
and coming out with her what looks like urban soldiers with her.
yeah, yeah. And then Katy Perry's got a jacket too, and you're like,
Yeah,
get out of that army, Katy.
trying to like keep up. She just can't.
I never understood what that part of that song was, which like you're flimmin' nib nib. I don't know what that is.
No, yeah, I think it's actually something backwards.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what,
Why? Wow.
but it sounds like it's something reversed.
And she's just singing it in reverse.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a bit more sense, I suppose.
Yeah, that's why it sounds so fucked up. I think it's something said back. You know what I have to do? I'd have to get the sound file and reverse it.
That should take all of 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to do that for next time
Yeah.
if I
we
can
need to
remember
know.
that. Yeah, I will.
Everyone.
It's probably something like just horrific.
I'm done recording. I want to go home.
It's just really boring shit.
It's in code for order me my sandwich.
Wow.
Hey.
Hey, you know.
People need to eat
Hey, sandwiches are great.
sometimes.
And Missy Elliott used to be a little, let's be honest, a little hefty.
She did.
And then she came out now and she's like fucking.
She's still pretty hefty.
You thought she was hefty still?
Compared to Katy Perry, of course.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Missy Elliott could ever become less hefty than Katy Perry.
Well, she could.
Yeah, but it would be a disease.
Yes, that's true. There could be a disease.
Like whatever happened to Sharpton.
Yeah, that's true.
Al Sharpton's like 130 pounds. He looks terrible.
Terribly effective. Well, like look at Al Roker. Al Roker pulled it off.
Yeah, he did. He became.
Sharpton
He's like
died.
he's like purple.
His secret to losing 176 pounds was cancer. No, I don't know if that's true or not.
Allegedly.
Oh, so we first started losing weight during a 43-day hunger strike. You think he looks worse now? I think he looks better.
Well, I mean, he just looks dry. Like a raisin, like some type of raisin with arms and legs.
Wow,
Well,
that's mean.
I know. I'm aware.
I guess that's. He does look like a raisin.
I told you. I told you.
But before he looked like Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
That's true. He did look just like that, actually.
So
I like how I have no idea who the actor is that played Carl Winslow is,
yeah, it's Carl Winslow.
but I do know Carl Winslow.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
That's right.
That's all everyone needs to know. Man, the Reverend used to have a bitchin' medallion too.
Oh yeah, blinging.
Wow. So what does he do now? Is he still a Reverend?
I don't know if was he ever legitimately.
That sounds like such a ridiculous title too. Like if you've gone through your political career with the title the Reverend,
Right.
and it's always the Reverend Al Sharpton.
Yes, it is. He probably was at some point, but I really have no idea. I just know he's the guy that stands up there and he's like, let's just hate everybody but us. And everybody's like, I don't know, man. Easy. All right, buddy.
Let's see. Okay, so he eats nothing. That's what he did.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so 6 years ago he cut out red meat. A year later he did it with chicken. And then eventually cut out that he was subsisting on a single lunchtime salad with a chopped egg.
What the fuck? Was he a
And
rabbit?
when the weight really started coming off at a rate of about 2 pounds a week. As he got thinner, he found that's fucking anorexia.
Yeah, that's an issue.
That's a disease. That's
Yeah.
not a diet.
No.
Why would you use him as a point of? What the fuck? That's not something to look up to.
No, that's not good at all.
That's why it looks like a raisin, because he hasn't eaten anything except a little bit of lettuce for.
He's eating lettuce and egg whites.
Yeah, you know what? If I didn't eat for 6 years, I'd lose all my fat too.
Yes.
Potentially my life along with it. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, I don't think it would take you quite as long either. He started from a
No.
different place.
Yeah, no, he did start from a different place. I've got my extra baggage, but I definitely no way. Well, maybe. Let's email him.
Dear Al.
Dear Al Sharpton, I feel that I'm slightly overweight. How do I reduce my meals to a single salad a week?
Thoughts?
Yours truly, guy that wants to be thin. P.S.
Guy that will
I'm
be dead.
white. 2 white people need to eat more? Question mark.
Guy that will be dead soon.
Guy that will be, yeah. And then I get a response back. Dear fat whitey. I'm like, oh God.
Like, oh, this is already starting bad.
I listened to your podcast, you godless heathen. Wah, wah, wah.
P.S. I am not a raisin.
P.S. I am not a raisin.
I need to make an announcement
Oh man.
right now.
All right.
It's actually an apology to you
From me.
and to PC Gaming for ever leaving. It's been I've returned and I've seen the error of my ways, and I'm just so sorry that I ever left and doubted it.
I didn't want to call to ruin it for Monday because I wanted you to be able to keep it all bottled in.
Yeah, I was gonna text you a bunch of stuff, but I'm like, no. I need to hold on to this and process it.
It's our weekly friendship embargo. It's a real thing.
It's a very real thing. Like every once in a while, you'll get a picture or something like that, but it's no words.
No.
No words.
No words.
Actually,
we need to save all the words we have
that's right.
once a week.
It's a bank.
It is a word bank.
It's
It's our content bank.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to send you a picture that I wanted to send you all week.
Is it your dick?
It is not my dick.
Okay.
You would have had 1,000 of those if I was going to.
Probably.
No, probably about it.
You're like, no, that's not a maybe.
Okay, I have Sprint, so it's going to take probably the rest of this episode to send.
If at all.
Yes, if at all, we've learned. Where I've gotten messages 25 minutes into the show that you're going to be late.
Yes. Where were you? I texted you. No, you did. Oh, yes, you did.
But I ran the first night I had my computer running. I had to build a computer, ladies and gentlemen, which was easy. I had no problems. The only issue I had, which was kind of funny, was I started it up and I couldn't connect to the internet. Like through my LAN. Couldn't do it. And I couldn't understand why. I thought the cord was fucked up because I honestly don't use LAN all that much. I use Wi-Fi for the most part. And I found through Windows 8 diagnostics that the drivers weren't installed for it because the drivers were on a DVD from my computer that does not have a DVD player. Yeah. So I had to get creative. And luckily I have another computer here. So I actually burned the entire DVD onto a flash drive, a USB flash drive, and just used that.
There you go.
And it worked. So that was really the only hiccup I had.
Yeah, that's what I use. I use flash drives for everything.
Yeah.
I don't believe in optical drives.
Mm-hmm.
Because probably what happens is you put the whole thing together and you're like, oh, fuck me.
Right. Yeah. And I have a USB DVD burner, but it came the day after I put my computer together. So, it just worked out. It just really worked out perfectly. But I ended up getting it all, squared away. And then it takes, for some reason with Windows 8, in order to update a new install, you have to restart the computer like 700 times.
But it doesn't take that long.
It takes 3 seconds apiece.
Right.
I believe in the 3-second reboot now. that you were telling me about, and I'm like, are you a fucking alien?
So did you go with the solid state drive, or you just have a fast hard drive?
I have a solid state hard drive and a storage drive.
Yeah, solid state. So pretty much the warp drive of your computer.
Yeah, basically, before, like, if I turn my TV on and my computer on at the same time, the computer beats it.
Mm-hmm.
It's baller ass shit, as I like to call it.
That's one of those things where until you like you actually see that, whenever somebody tells you that, no, I have like sub-second boot up time or like 2 seconds max, like, yeah, whatever. Like,
well, yeah, when you told me, I'm like, are you fucking? That doesn't sound like what are you? Like, what the fuck? What did you build and what did you bring here from your planet?
And then you try at your house and, oh yeah, no shit, that's real.
And I showed Scott, and he's just like, what the fuck?
It's not even the graphics. We're just like, all right, man, check this out. I'm gonna power this thing down. I'm gonna turn it back on.
Well, yeah, I was talking to him. I was telling him about it. And he's like, really? It's that fast? I'm like, well, let me just restart it for you. So I just restarted the computer because I'm like, yeah, it's no big. It takes seconds. And he watched it. And he's like, just fuck you, seriously.
So yeah. So now he's all butt mad. You
a little bit. Although I did inspire him to go out and buy a new video card.
Nice.
So he's not so upset, really.
And how's the wife feeling about that?
I don't know. Be honest with you,
out.
Probably not great. But Scott's computer he's got a good computer, but really the thing that lacked in it was the video card.
Right.
So he's updated that. And
so did he buy the same one that you have?
No, he bought a Radeon that's, I believe, basically the parallel of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm familiar with that card.
Okay, well, yeah, I think that's the one he bought then.
Yeah, they are loud and they are hot. that's
Oh, really?
Yeah, Radeons are like the bulldozers of video cards.
Okay.
So like you can think like, some tools get things done with finesse and precision, and they're a little bit more expensive. Like think of it like a surgical kit is what you get when you buy like an NVIDIA card.
Okay.
And when you get an AMD card, and Scott's gonna be like, that's not true. I'm not sure if this is this show, but that's kind of like if you had a patient in the operating room, you just kind of bulldoze them out of the way. All right. This problem is solved.
It's violent and brutal.
I mean, yeah, it works.
Right, exactly.
It gets the patient out of the OR
Mm-hmm.
one way or another.
Yeah, quickly.
So,
with debris.
yeah, with debris.
I was actually very impressed because I'm not actually using this for the podcast. I'm not using my computer. I'm using my laptop still, just because it's mobile and all, and I do it in a different room. But I always figured, well, if my laptop dies, then I always have a computer to do the podcast on. But I was honestly a little worried about fan noise, just because that's the concern.
A real thing.
Yeah, my desktop is quieter.
Really?
Than my laptop. It's fucking stupid.
Your laptop has these like two tiny 20,000 RPM Razer fans,
right?
Versus the big, I don't even know a better technical term, big whoosh boxes.
Exactly. They're really quiet and high performance fans. Pretty badass.
So you got Metal Gear.
Yep.
How did that look?
Holy fuck balls. That's the only thing you can say. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm sitting there watching it, and Scott's watching it too. And I looked at him and I go, I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing right now, other than this looks like if you bring someone from like the 50s and showed them like the new Godzilla,
right?
And they'd be like, we need to get out of here now. And you'd be like, no, it's just a movie. They're like, no, you don't understand. Your magic box is showing me that New York City is getting destroyed right now, and that's not far away. Like, they wouldn't get the concept of it that's fake. I'm watching, I don't know what 60 frames per second, that's fucked up to me. Because I've never seen it. And I know this is probably hilarious to you, just because you're like, oh, my child. But I've never played anything really above a PS3.
Right.
And there is no real 60 frames per second for that.
No.
Everything is like 24 to 30.
So you know what's really fucked up?
What?
Is if you got a TV with a faster resolution rate, that number goes higher.
Oh, yeah, I know. Totally.
It doesn't stop at 60.
Did you get the picture I sent you through the phone?
I saw yep, 216 frames per second.
Yeah, that's the Resident Evil 6 benchmark tool. with every setting all the way up.
Did you just laugh when that number got pushed
I
up?
almost passed out when that number came up. It doesn't make any sense to me. But like just looking at 60 frames per second, it doesn't look. It looks like I'm watching some type of alien technology.
I can see that.
It's just bizarre. And
You'll
believe me,
adjust.
it's a kind of a bizarre that I can get used to.
Yeah, no, you definitely adjust to it.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
absolutely will get there.
Mm-hmm.
And once you do, then you'll get like whinier, and then you'll be like, I gotta break that cap.
How do I get to 120?
That's where like the slippery slope of this whole thing comes into. Because I started with a reasonable computer like 2 or 3 years ago. I spent like $700 on it,
Yep.
and I just never stopped.
Which is actually, it was shocking to me what $700 computer can get you.
Yeah,
Pretty amazing.
yeah, it is. It is like when you think about a lot of it is you probably thought for the past couple of years because you were shopping Dells or you'd shop whatever, and I kept telling you no, don't do it. And you're like,
Right.
how about this Alienware? I'm like, don't waste your fucking money, like over and over and over. They don't even offer your video card in an Alienware.
No, they don't.
They offer a slower one, the 760,
Right.
and then they'll pair it with some like Alienware custom CPU that doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah,
And that
for
would
a
cost you twice as
ridiculous
much money.
Twice. Be fucking more than that.
Yeah,
I mean, I've done it. I've just gone like, okay, I'm gonna go on Alienware and just fucking, you know what you do. You just go on there and just, max everything out
right,
just to see the stupid number at the end.
right.
And honestly, the computer that you could get versus the computer that I did get, you can go 4Gs. You can go $4,000 into nothing,
Right.
or into an Area 51 alien-like case.
Yep.
With really not much anything different in it.
Right. Other than it's got the case.
Right.
Like this is, yeah, no, stay away from that stuff. You did it the right way. You put it together piece by piece. You built it one block at a time.
Right. Which only took me like an hour and a half, really.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
No, and I really have a real understanding now because I've done certain building, adventures, we'll call them, but this was like a decade ago, and I really have a better understanding now of just how easy they are to build and exactly what it is to like, okay, this broke, I'm just going to replace that, or I need to upgrade this, and that's all I need to upgrade, so that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
And just like how simple that really is now.
Someday your video card may die.
Right.
And when it does, you don't need to throw away the other components with it.
Yay.
Just be like, crap, time to replace this one. Or someday you'll think to yourself, man, I want another hard drive. And you can just slap it in alongside the other one.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking about getting a 2 terabyte hard drive just because I do save a lot of media, especially with this podcast. Have everything backed up. But then I was like, wait a minute, I have a backup hard drive, like a backup hard drive, a USB 3.0. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can just have that plugged in all the time if I feel like it.
Yeah.
And I do. And it's like, oh, I have 2 terabytes now. Oh.
So how have you been, did you do the thing with your Steam library where you change the install directory so it doesn't install to your SSD?
Yeah.
Okay, good man.
Yep.
Good man.
I figured it out.
That's the first thing you do is you go in there and you're like, no, not on the small one.
Yeah, right. Because like the small one's 128 gigs.
That's what I've got for mine too.
Yeah, and I mean, like it was like $50.
Yeah, it exists solely to hold Windows.
Right, and it's silly because I have like Windows and drivers and all that bullshit on it, and I still have like 75 gigs left.
It makes me feel more comfortable knowing that space is there.
Yeah, and it also makes me feel a lot more comfortable that there's 850 gigs on the other one left over.
Yeah. I have a 128 SSD and then a terabyte for my other one, and I'm down to 220 free.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
All video games. That's it.
Holy fuck. Yeah, because I added Scott as a friend on Steam, and I didn't know with Steam you could actually look at what people have played and all that kind of stuff, how many hours they've logged. And I looked at his and it's like 221 games. And I'm just like, are you fucking for real? I have 5.
He's got 221.
I think that's what it said. It was 200 and something.
Son of a bitch. I'm at 205.
Oh boy. Steam Wars.
Put him to bust out the credit card.
Oh dear Lord.
I see your brother's in on this nonsense too.
What's that? The Steam stuff?
Yeah.
Oh. I haven't talked to him about it. I
Yeah,
would have, but he didn't come over.
He blew you off.
If I can bring that up again.
What a jerk.
What a jerk. I was
So
here all
he's-
day and I'm like, come on over. I'll cook you something. We'll have fun. And then no.
He's been busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of giving him a hard time because I asked him how he keeps getting all this loot in Diablo that he's been linking me. He's like, oh, I got this. My man, how do you keep getting so much stuff? And he says, I'm unemployed. I'm like, oh yeah.
That was the thing too. I'm like, then you have plenty of time to come over on a Wednesday.
Yes.
I'll cook you pancakes and bacon. We can have a good time. He'll come over. He'll come back. I'll cook you pancakes and bacon when you come back in March.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's coming right up too.
I'll cook
I've
you
been trying
some.
to buy plane tickets for it, but it's been a disaster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Prices are bad or?
Yeah. Well, Brad bought me the ticket out and he got me a nice one way for like $150. And I was trying to find one ways or like nonstops back.
Yep.
The only nonstop flight back is from Delta and it's 600. I'm like, well, they fucking
What the
figured
fuck?
that out.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, nonstop flight from Boston to Minneapolis is $600.
Holy shit.
I know.
One way?
One way,
Not first class?
not first class.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, one way, not first class, $600.
That's obscene. So basically, they give you like a bus seat for fucking $600.
Yeah,
Ugh,
that's pretty much it.
that's fucking painful.
I'm not happy. So I'm still trying to figure this out.
Well, what's pathetic is that the prices go up and down so much that like it could be $200 next week,
It could be.
and then there's a bunch of people that had to buy it, because they just like, oh, I have to buy, I have to get something done, and then they get cheated out of $400.
Yeah.
It's just like, how does that work where it goes up and down so much, where you can get fucked that badly?
Well, I want to know why it is that only one airline apparently is electing to fly that day.
Oh, really? That's bizarre.
Yeah, that's what it's
At a Logan?
It's too so. All right, so I'm looking right now. We're going from Boston to MSP, and depart. Okay, so we're gonna leave on the 11th of March, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna click all of these motherfucking assholes here to show this, and we're gonna search. Oh, look at that! Oh, well, Priceline. Looks like you were fucking me.
What's it say now?
I seem to have located trips for considerably less
See what's happened? Look at this.
on Kayak.
Beautiful.
Now, I can't fly off of all of these airlines, however.
Oh,
That part's important.
because of your charming personality in an airport.
Yes, I'm not allowed to fly on US Airways.
Oh dear Lord.
Oops.
Perfect.
Oopsie daisy. Did you cause a ruckus, Gregory?
I may have.
Yeah. You may have stood for human rights at one point. They were
did.
like, fuck you.
I did.
There are no humans here. You're just fucking cattle.
Yeah, so I can get it. I can get them pretty cheap if I take a stop. But yeah, apparently that airline is still a little upset.
Do they write you like every week?
No,
Dear Greg,
they
we're
don't-
still mad at you. Love.
No, I don't get written from them every week.
That's
but,
good.
No, yeah, that has made shopping for airfare increasingly more challenging.
Well, it certainly cuts down the percentage, doesn't it now?
It really does, yeah. Because then there's a whole company I'm not allowed to participate in.
Hold on a second. What makes me happy about this the most is that how happy you actually are about this.
Oh no, I think it's funny.
I know. It's like this is like getting banned from a server,
It really is.
but in real life.
Yeah. So have I not mentioned it, how this went down on the show before? Have I told you all of this yet? Or
You've told me, but you never
Okay.
told the podcast.
So back in February of last year, I had to fly out on relatively short notice because my grandmother passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents bought me tickets on this U.S. Airways, which used to be Air Milwaukee or Air Garbage Tran or whatever it was supposed to be.
Right.
So on the way out, it's a mess. I barely make my flight there because of the inclement weather conditions. The way back, we are all supposed to chill out in this, or we're all boarding the plane and barely got there on time from their first flight out of Manchester, New Hampshire, which just a good rule of thumb to never fly out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Boston's only slightly further south and it always fucking works.
Mm-hmm.
No reason to fly out of the Manchester airport.
And even Bradley's better.
Yeah, anywhere. And you're better flying to Hart.
Yeah, that's an option too. Mm-hmm.
Ask Brad to drive me to Hartford. Anyway.
Yep.
So thanks, John.
You're very welcome. I've flown out of Hartford many times.
Because if I'm one way, I could. How far is Hartford from Boston? That's not a year.
No,
can't be a year.
It's doable.
It's doable. Anyway, damn it. See, now I'm all distracted.
Don't ever fly out of Manchester.
Yeah, don't ever fly out of Manchester. So I land in Philadelphia. We get off of we get onto the airplane. We're waiting on the airplane for about 30 minutes, and the airplane loses power. Just randomly loses power. Flight attendants are like, power comes back on. Like, all right, we wait another 10 minutes. Power randomly cuts off again. At this point, they have us all get off the airline. They're like, all right, this is clearly something is wrong with this. We're deboarding the plane due to electrical issues. Deboard us for about an hour. They then reboard us, have us wait for 5 minutes, and say your flight has been canceled. We missed our takeoff slot due to the weather.
Right.
Even though it's really important to note the weather had nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at all. It was an electrical issue. So we get deboarded from the airplane, and they're having us all wait in line, and the friendly customer service reps at U.S. Airways are informing people in the line that because it was an issue due to the weather, they don't need to reimburse you for your hotel stay. Where the law with flight is that if it is a mechanical or electrical failure that could have been prevented by maintenance of the airline, they need to pay for your hotel.
Right.
It's the law. And they told me that the plane was deboarded due to weather, and they offered me a place or information where I could stay for a hotel. And I said, that's bullshit. The plane was deboarded due to electrical issues. They said, no, it wasn't. So I turned around to the line of 200 other airplane goers and yelled out, if anyone remembers being deboarded due to electrical failure, please identify yourselves now. And all the people went, yeah.
And they're like, sir, come with me.
Yeah, no, I got pulled aside from security for attempting to start a riot at an airport. And I was informed that I would no longer be welcome to fly with U.S. Airways ever again.
You're like a domestic terrorist.
No, yeah, that's how I was kind of treated. It got really kind of sketchy.
Seriously, TSA gets fucking sketchy quick.
Yeah, it got bad fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I then worked through their executive customer service the next couple of days to at least get the flight cost of that item purchased back to me, or to refunded back to me. And they offered me 4 free flight vouchers, and I said, no thanks, I'll just take those in cash and keep my ban.
Give me my money and go fuck yourself.
That's pretty much how that went down.
It's a phenomenal story, really.
No. So I guess if you look at it, technically I didn't win.
Right, but did you lose? Really?
I really didn't lose. I'm still a winner. I walked away with my integrity.
Yeah,
Even
but-
though they tried so hard to take it from me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Although I did have to sleep in a hotel room with another dude I'd never seen before to try and split costs. So I guess they did get my integrity too.
Well, I think we all win because or you really win because there obviously isn't much of a story about that
No,
because you would have told me about that.
no.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, like over like a shaky, horrified cup of coffee.
Yeah, you don't need a good story about that.
We don't want no drama.
We don't
As
know
the Black Eyed Peas would say.
Exactly.
No drama. He kept his hand off my humps.
Your lovely Greggy humps.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
You're left shark in the conversation.
Yes. So where were we? What were we talking about?
See how good that is? You can just use that.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Left shark's the only shark. Let's be honest.
Left shark is the only shark. That is by the time that I come out to see you guys, that will be so hard written into my vocabulary.
You know what we need? We need to make a shirt with the left shark on it with Belichick's head. Evil left shark, Belichick genius.
So you didn't watch the sports ball, correct?
No.
Okay. There was two very questionable points that happened at the last 30 seconds of the game. And
Okay.
even as a non-sports ball fan, you can probably appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
So the Seattle Seahawks were down by 4 points. They threw from the 50-yard line towards the end zone.
Right.
The receiver caught the ball only after he got knocked down, and the deflected ball bounced off the Patriots' arm and then accidentally off of his leg and happened to land in his hands.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's what put them at the 3 or 4 yard line.
Wow.
The Seattle Seahawks at this point then decide that the best way to get that ball over that touchdown line is to throw it. And it gets picked off by one of the Patriots.
Yeah, I heard it was like you couldn't have written a better like movie ending. Like
No,
this can't be real. Like anything.
The way I've heard it described is pretty much the champagne carts had to turn around halfway to the Seahawks locker room and go back to the Patriots.
Oh, could you imagine?
And
Could you imagine like somebody's
so then you have Brady who's actually in the end zone, right?
Right.
And he still needs to kneel to get the down, but he can't do it in the end zone because of fucking safety.
Yeah.
So this play is looking like this is going to be intense because if they got the safety, they're now looking at getting a free touchback at the 25 or 30 yard line, and potentially if they move into field goal range, they could then win the game, and then they'd only need like 1 or 2 plays to do it.
Right.
So you're like, oh man, this is not good. This could be a really gross turn of events. And then one of the Seahawks guys jumps the snap and gets an offsides penalty, pulling him out to the 6.
Oh, wow, that fucking stupid.
And at that point, like Tom Brady just like boop, just kneels it down as soon as they slap him the ball.
Hilarious.
And then to make things even better, one of the Seahawks came over the line, started trying to punch people.
I did watch that. I watched the brawl because I saw a bunch of like Facebook posts like real classy Seattle, real classy. And I'm like, uh-oh, what'd they do?
Yeah, they
Start
started
shanking people.
this fight.
Yeah. I did see a horrific injury.
Oh, which one was this? Was this the concussion?
No. I guess it wasn't replayed that much, but Jeremy Lane from the Seahawks. Look at the screen. I have it pulled up.
Hold on.
His arm looks like a fucking candy cane.
That is. Oh, God!
His arm is bent in half between the wrist and elbow.
It does look like a candy cane.
Doesn't it? It's fucking horrible. What it really looks like.
It's like somebody unfolded a paper clip.
Yeah, and what it looks like, and I'm not making fun of handicapped people, but it just looks exactly like it. Like, you know, the people with like the bouncy legs, like when they have both legs amputated and they have like those like fucking, what do you call them? The fucking spring legs. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
It looks just like one of the spring legs. Its fucking arm is bent 90 degrees.
There's a video of it.
Oh, really?
Why am I? Oh, God.
It's so bad.
Oh, did you see the video?
Yeah, I certainly did.
Oh, my.
His arm looks like rubber. I sympathize with this guy so bad because when I was 12 years
That's a
old,
career-ending injury.
when I was 12 years old, I did that.
Oh. Ugh.
I did that.
Ugh.
I broke both of my forearm bones. I was pretty much in the same position too, except for I fell off a swing set. It wasn't nearly as cool.
And that is why you fuckers need to drink milk.
Yeah. That was my first broken bone. I broke both of them at the same time.
What the I don't like that at all. I can't unsee that. I need some eye bleach. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay.
It's just fucking gross.
Here,
Poor feller.
let me help you out, Sean. Let me give you some eye bleach.
Okay. Yep.
You need some eye bleach.
Need some of that.
All right.
Need some of that there.
Everybody have some eye bleach.
Eye bleach. Ooh, message. Who could this be from?
I know.
Aw. Aw.
Don't you feel better?
It's a little
now?
baby rabbit. I do feel better. I feel really better now. Wow. My fucking arm aches.
I can still help you. No, it's all right. It's all right.
My arm hurts though.
Shh, just don't look at the screen. Here's some more eye bleach.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh my god. It's a little kitten wrapped up.
There's a whole subreddit of this, reddit.com/r/eye bleach.
Oh boy. That's so necessary.
It really is.
Oh, fuck. The dichotomy.
I know. That's what the whole point of it is that now that's the last thing in your head, isn't?
That's so much better.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Did you happen to see the the nationwide Super Bowl commercial?
Which one was that?
The one where they basically like they fucking bring everybody down by talking about a dead kid.
Oh yeah. Do you have that queued up?
I certainly do, Gregory.
All right, let's get the audio of that's enough.
Okay.
Wait! I'll never learn to ride a bike. Or get coolies. I'll never learn to fly.
You're not gonna fly anyway, kid.
Or travel the world with my best friend.
He's in a sailboat with a dog.
I won't ever get married. I couldn't grow up because I died from an accident.
Oh dear Lord! Now there's just a bathtub overflowing. Somebody ate stuff out of the bottom of the cabinet, and now there's a TV falling.
Together, we can make safe happen.
How does that even?
Yay, football! The fuck?
Yeah, I was just like, wow, that really sucked. Jesus,
It sucks the life out of everything. But you know what's really weird about that whole, basically the premise of this commercial is that they're saying like, listen, we can't stop your kids from dying, but we probably will pay out if it happens.
When your kids do die,
we won't argue too much about it.
we're here.
We're
here to help you.
We won't send fucking hundreds of claim guys over. Well, it was your fault because you didn't have a safety plug over that. Sorry about that. We can't really pay out. Oh,
Right.
more kittens.
He's in marshmallows.
Oh, he only got his in marshmallows. His little black eyes. Oh my god.
Sorry, I need that.
I'm clicking on it.
Yeah, no, we all need it right now. That was the most depressing commercial. Although I missed one. Apparently there was a Lindsay Lohan commercial.
Let me type it in.
And for those who don't know, I've been known to be a huge Lindsay Lohan fan.
That's true. You're a fan of most pop
there it
girls.
is. Sort of Mom by Assurance.
Ooh.
Your mom's a terrible driver. Get in.
That's not my mom.
Hey, I'm sort of your mom. We're both 25 to 35 years old. We're both women on the go, and we both clocked a lot of miles. Believe me.
Wait, what?
Whatever, I'm out of here.
Sort of you isn't you. Only Esurance has coverage my way. It helps make sure you only pay for what's right for you, not someone sort of like you. That's insurance for the modern world.
All right.
Esurance, backed by
There's
Allstate.
also the sort of Greg. That one's pretty good too.
Sort of Greg.
Yeah, you watch Breaking Bad, right?
No.
Oh, really?
No, that's one I have to get to.
Well,
I'll play it. Fuck it. Why not?
Hi.
My doctor called in a prescription.
Yes.
You're not Greg.
I'm sort of Greg. We're both over 50 years old. We both used to own a Pontiac Aztek. We both have a lot of experience with drugs. Sorry, pharmaceuticals. So, say my name.
Sort of Greg.
Esurance helps make sure you
That's
only pay
great.
for what's
Bryan
right for you,
Cranston's the
not
fucking man, by the
someone
way.
like you. Esurance.
oh yeah,
That dude is the best.
yeah, he's pretty good.
He was Watley in a fucking Seinfeld.
He was in Seinfeld.
Yeah. He was fucking phenomenal in that. He was a dentist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was great.
It's just so funny. Look at him as being the dad and Malcolm in the middle, and then he turned into.
Oh, that's why he's so great. That's why
I
he's so good in every role he does. That guy, he's just starting to get, like, with Breaking Bad, he finally got the credit he deserved.
Yeah,
'Cause he's just good.
Now he has enough credit that'll last him for pretty much forever, because that is being like widely regarded as the best television series of all time.
Yeah, and I waited intentionally to not watch it until it was all done, because I just that's what I like. I like just binge watching things.
Yeah.
So I just got to do it. I just keep forgetting to do it. It's on my to do. Did you it's Groundhog's Day today.
Oh God.
There's a video of some guy up by your neck of the woods in Wisconsin. The moment when a groundhog bit the mayor's ear.
Oh God.
He says that he
He's none too pleased about it.
No, do it again.
He's so upset.
he says that he
And he's not playful about it at
didn't
all.
see a shadow.
No, the groundhog's
And,
like, fuck.
And this mayor is so
that,
mad.
No, I'd be mad.
thank you.
And he completely loses what?
The groundhog is like flipping his tail around in the back end too. He's like, I'm so fucking gonna finish them.
He's so mad. And listen to, he completely loses all train of thought.
He says that he
Just got
didn't see a
bit
shadow.
by fucking
and
groundhog. What the fuck?
so it thank you. It'll be an early
So
spring.
did you? I'm sure you've seen the Budweiser commercial airing with the puppies.
Yes. With the puppy with the Clydesdales.
Yes.
Yep.
So there was an ad that did not get run for them that GoDaddy pulled,
Mm-hmm.
and this one is great for everyone. So if you saw the ad with the Clydesdales leading the puppy back from safety.
Yep. Oh, you sent me? Okay.
Yeah, I sent you the one that GoDaddy was going to air in response, and they didn't.
Oh, ads. We're going to have to wait 15 seconds.
No, you don't.
What the fuck?
Sort of your mom. Lindsay, and come back to us, please.
Please.
I miss old Lindsay.
Oh, me too. I do kind of like a raspy voice Lindsay, though.
Yeah. Well, she always had.
They just threw a puppy.
Look, it's Buddy. I'm so glad you made it home. Because I just sold you on this website I built with GoDaddy. Ship them out.
Get your domain and website all in.
That's pretty good.
All right, that's just repeating it. You can
Oh,
cut it.
okay. That's pretty good. I like that one. It's
Because
a little,
I just sold you.
it really took a turn.
Yeah, I was disappointed that one didn't get aired.
No, that's why wouldn't that get aired? See,
Because
it was a weird thing. This Super Bowl, all the commercials, none of them were really that funny.
no, they're all about feels.
They're all about it's like social message.
Yeah, what does it mean to throw like a girl?
Oh God, did you see that one?
I did see
It's
that.
like, come
one.
on, and then it's a tampon commercial.
Yes.
It's like, well, I'll tell you what, that's something that girls can do way better than every guy.
Yeah.
Use a tampon
Yeah.
and
It's
have
like-
kids. They have kids way better than we do.
They do. They have us beat on that pretty good. We are better at writing our names in the snow.
Yeah, right.
By-
Use
by
your
far.
imagination, folks.
Mhm. But yeah, I don't know. I heard a few complaints about the commercials just being too much punched in the feels.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just strange to have a social message in every single commercial.
That's where we're heading now.
Yeah, it is.
And then fortunately, NASCAR is out there with Nick Offerman. Have you seen that one?
No.
The Nick Offerman NASCAR song? He sings a song. It's amazing.
Nick Offerman?
Are you familiar with Nick Offerman?
No.
There you go. It's the top hit. You ever heard of this guy?
No, sir.
Doesn't look familiar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one here? Yeah, probably, huh?
America, it's time for a gut check. If the founding fathers saw us huddled in our little cocoons, texting each other smiley faces, they'd hang their
Or
powder
kitten
wigs
pictures.
in shame. When our idea of danger is eating gluten, there's trouble afoot. Yes, we the people have gotten soft, and all the likes in the world aren't going to save us now. But one thing will. Welcome to the place where we speed all day, where we bump and grind in a non-sexual way, where scores are settled and we break the rules, and everybody's got a set of badass tools. Get some NASCAR in your life. Welcome to the place that we call home, where meats are grilled and you can bring your own, where everyone's welcome and we all belong, even my friend in his American flag thong.
Yep.
Hug your kids and kiss your wife. You want Billy and Sally to learn about math and science? Send them to the school of NASCAR. They'll thank you for it. Sure, everybody in NASCAR gets a trophy as long as they win the race. Did you know that less than 10 miles from Sonoma Raceway you can go wine tasting? True story. Welcome to the place where your beast is free, like the rubber hooves of a tire stampede, where men and women compete together, just like they did back in the 18 nevers. 200 miles per freaking hour, 700 freaking horse freaking power.
Neck and neck, battling down this last stretch. Offerman takes Harvick from the checkered flag.
There's Harvick, Logano, and Hamlin and Newman. Keselowski, Dale Jr., they're all superhuman. Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, the Bushes, and maybe Jimmy Johnson will come back and kick some tuchus. Hello, glory. Goodbye, strife. You've got NASCAR.
Yep.
NASCAR makes its triumph
Pretty good.
return to NBC Sports.
Apparently, that commercial has been called to be banned by some 18,000 people
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
because it picks on gluten.
Haha.
Yeah, surprise! Your pretend allergy is making
Oh, thank you so much.
headlines.
I love you, Greg. I love you so much.
Oh yeah, I know that you can't be allergic to that unless you have celiac disease. It's not a real fucking thing.
It's absolutely true. And you know what? There was an article a while ago, like 6 months, a year, something like that, where these group of scientists at some college, I mean, it was pretty, legitimate. They said, celiac disease affects 1% of the country.
Right.
18% of the country claims gluten intolerance.
Right.
And
Which
they
isn't
it's not true. Yeah, it's just not real. But they went and they said, you know what? These people are obviously in discomfort and they're, something's wrong. So we need to find out what. So that's what they went into the study thinking. They go into the study. with a very large group of three separate groups: high gluten, moderate gluten, and zero gluten. For 3 months, they fed them every single meal, and everybody had the exact same response, which is they complained that they were having gluten intolerance problems, and they went, "Oh dear Lord."
Yeah, it's entirely psychosomatic.
Yes, it is.
If even, and not just bitching for the sake of bitching.
Right. It's gluten. I'm just so intolerant to gluten.
I like when you see things where people have like salt, like it's gluten-free salt. And it's like, yes, by definition, salt will never have gluten in it because it's not fucking bread.
Listen to this. Listen, okay? This is some gluten-free water.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's the only way I take it. It's like it's $19 a gallon, but there's no gluten in it.
Now, to be fair, you can be allergic to wheat.
Exactly.
Wheat is a real allergy.
Mm-hmm.
It produces symptoms similar to peanut allergies.
Right.
Not mild discomfort. And
it's like, quick death.
I think the most identifiable symptom of gluten intolerance is annoying the shit out of your friends who know that you're a jackass.
I'm so happy you're doing this because I couldn't agree more, Greg. I could not agree more. Okay, let's go down the list, all right? Gluten-free nonsense for most people.
Nonsense.
An avocado is not a superfood. It's just
an avocado.
It's just a food.
Right. Well, I think we should actually strict the word, like knock that off every record. There's no such thing as a superfood.
No, there is
a lot of foods.
Right.
There's a lot of sources.
Acai berry, all those things are all just berries. It's food.
Berries.
It's food.
They may have minerals and nutrients in them, which you can also usually get from other places.
Yeah, mainly, food. Other just regular old dandy foods. Himalayan rock salt.
It's just salt.
It's salt, right? Correct. I'm just all these things. These like what would you call it? Boutique.
Yeah.
Foods?
So here's a fun one for man. So as I've made it abundantly clear, I am voraciously pro science.
Right.
There's no gray area when it comes to this.
Right.
And this is another news flash. Your herbal supplements that you take are far more likely to hurt you than prescription medication.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's this whole basis that people have where people have gotten wrapped up in the word natural. And if history has shown us anything, is that people are afraid of what they don't understand.
True.
So most people don't understand science, which makes sense. You need to be really smart to understand science and what science is and how it does and in the way that your body breaks things down. Your body really doesn't give a fuck what you put in your stomach.
Right.
If it can break it down, it will. And in addition to that, when you're mixing your powder of whatever carrot, ginger, root plant that you're eating, you are subverting actual treatment for your disease. Instead of taking medicine to make yourself actually better, you are not only putting random shit into your body that could potentially still be harmful. There are plenty of things you can see outside that you should never ever put in your mouth.
Correct.
But
right.
Because it's natural doesn't make it suddenly okay. People, there's nightshade supplements. Nightshade is poisonous.
What's nightshade?
It's a poisonous flower that you can smoke to allegedly get high.
Oh, okay.
But people sell it as a supplement to help you sleep or some shit.
Yeah, whiskey will help you sleep too.
Yeah, don't.
Doesn't mean it's good for you.
Don't ever eat that. Or I get so annoyed with people. It's like, oh, just eat a bunch of oranges if you get the flu. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you still need to eat, but oranges don't cure the flu. And that's yes, they do. I was like, no, they don't. That's not how you fight viruses.
It doesn't cure anything.
Yeah, no. In fact, only medicine cures things. That's
right.
Why it's
vitamin C and other minerals and vitamins are great for building a solid base for health. If you're already sick, it's too late.
One of my favorites is when the people from that was it Airborne, the the vitamin C capsules, got sued. Like, what the fuck? Because this whole thing came out where the scientific community was like, you can't tell people this prevents the flu.
No,
it can't.
Right. No, it certainly can't.
But people just sweep that stuff under the rug and like, oh, that's just medicine trying to keep us down. It's like, no, it's just trying to educate you.
No, what they should put on that label is a possible immune system boost.
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Yeah, possible.
Cross.
Possible. Probably not, because you're probably just going to take one. And then it'll be like, okay, 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C is not going to, make your immune system super strong.
Well, the other thing too is those herbal remedies are not tested by the FDA.
No,
they
they're
don't
not.
have to undergo any sort of. They're not put out there under any scrutiny.
No, it's the same thing with like bodybuilding supplements. It's no different. Like they'll have all these things like, oh, it makes you 33% stronger and all this other shit. It's like, first of all, horse shit. No, it's not. If you were 33% stronger, suddenly you'd injure yourself horribly. And yeah, just no, it's not. Nothing short of steroids is going to make you that kind of strong in a short amount of time. And even steroids won't be that quick.
And even then, so this is another one of those things that there is a argument that if steroids were actually made cleaner and made more readily available to the public instead of designer steroids being made and just, for people taking the wrong doses, that they're not even potentially that dangerous.
Well, that's been around for a long time. The thing is that the medical community deems it immoral to do the tests, to find out, to do the studies. Because no, I mean, you have people doing the studies. They're basically just live rats. Like you have older people and older actors and older athletes under doctor's care taking HGH and testosterone with very strict testing to make sure every level is okay and everything is safe. And they've been doing it for a long time.
Correct.
Is the key to that is under close medical scrutiny, not just like buying this shit. This is the best shit from China and then plugging yourself full of it.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the problems kind of come from, or people take the wrong type of steroids for themselves. They'll buy whatever they can get. And when you're buying stuff from like secondhand drug trades, these people usually have no fucking clue what they're selling you.
No, and like who's to say what's in that thing?
Right.
Like you're just injecting a bunch of horse shit. Hopefully not. But that's
just like natural supplements.
Yeah. Well, I just sent my brother last week a article about fish oil. Fish oil has been proven in a lot of studies to alleviate joint pain and heart health and all that kind of stuff, just because it is filled with high levels of omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. It's proven that over time those things are great for you. But this company did like a study of 26 different fish oil companies, and only 3 of them matched what the package said for omega-3 levels. The other 23 either didn't match or were completely rotten.
Let's see, there was another one. Just want to see if this got debunked or not. There was this one I haven't re-followed up on this in a while, but there was a study that came out as well suggesting that the intake of omega-3 fatty acids from like sardines or salmon or fish oil supplements actually potentially can increase your risk of
cancer. Right. I did hear about that.
Yeah,
I did hear about that.
Yeah,
fucking everything causes cancer, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm not even saying like that's a bullshit state, like that what you just said was wrong, because it probably is. It's just like you find out everything in the end causes fucking cancer.
Well, at the end of the day, cancer is caused by random mutations in your genetics.
Right.
That because of the nature of the mutation, your immune system fails to pick it up.
So cancer's always been there.
Yeah, it's always been there. We have like evidence of dinosaur bones with tumors in them. It's not like we created it.
No, of course not.
Of course, some of the new age people will tell you that cancer's only been around for the past 100 years, and you can just laugh at them. Well, there's people that's death certificates from the 1600s where people died of venous influence.
Right. Exactly. Right.
So let's take that claim with a grain of salt.
Well, yeah, it's just education, and the sad part is that we have all these tools to figure out as much as we've ever been able to figure out, and people just refuse to, take it in.
Pretty much.
I mean, I do, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of the school of thought of you should be trying everything you possibly can before going to, prescription medication for your issues. But that's not that.
That depends on what your issue is. If your issue is that you have contracted pneumonia,
right?
The first thing you should do is seek
medical attention
and take their drugs.
just put a turkey basted on your lungs.
Now, if you're having problems where you're suffering from like depression or anxiety or something like that, yeah, maybe it might not hurt you to try a few like behavioral type adjustments to your life. Maybe that's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important to designate what you should and shouldn't run to the doctor for versus like what is and isn't doesn't make sense. If you have the sniffles, go to the doctor. If they prescribe you antivirals, that's a little extreme, but it probably won't hurt you.
Right.
If they prescribe you antibiotics, then no, don't take those, because actually antibiotics in excess can hurt you and are creating another problem where we have antibiotic resistant bacteria.
Yeah, which is actually a problem I ran into when I was a young boy because I had really bad ear infections throughout my childhood. And these dumb fuck doctors basically put me on like just a steady, like it was like a multivitamin. Here, take this antibiotic every day.
Wow.
And that shit didn't work. It worked for like a month.
No, because it causes other problems, because antibiotics also kill helpful bacteria in your intestines.
Right.
Because they don't find quote unquote just the bad ones.
No, they're not smart antibiotics.
No, they're not nano machines.
They're just regular dumb ones. They just go on a killing spree.
Let's clean out, boys.
It's fucking bacteria genocide.
So we can trace all of the bad bugs back to you.
Holy shit, wait a minute. What if we're just bacteria? You know what I mean?
And the earth is a giant finger.
Right.
That's kind of the scope of things.
Yeah, really, right? Well, there are those people that like believe that we kind of like are in the Matrix computer right now. Like,
oh god!
Like none of this is a real thing.
Oh my god!
Are you gonna take the blue pill?
You know what?
The red pill.
It depends on how sick I'm feeling that day.
Yeah, I don't know which pill does what, but
yeah. Obviously, do your fucking research before you put anything.
Hold on, let me Google the blue pill. I didn't really know until today that you were so anti like pretty much everything that like the boutique health crazes.
No,
and I'm so happy about it.
I hate it. No, so I personally, my approach to how I view society and the world as a whole is that we should have a single science-driven society where we make choices based off of the best of developing our species of humans.
So basically taking personal benefit or, problems out of it.
I think that a lot of problems that we have can be solved by science and a better society.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, so I think we need to get somewhere first. This is definitely...
Yeah, what really honestly...
You're kind of out there. I'm like, yes, I would be what you would refer to as a radical visionary.
Well, honestly, I think in a lot of ways, too, I think the reset button needs to kind of be hit.
Yeah.
As far as just like how complicated the most simple of things have become.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everything, if you say something out loud, you have to have 10 disclaimers alongside of it. Otherwise, you're the worst person that's ever lived if you have an opinion.
Right.
Because
my opinion isn't that popular.
Well, yeah. I mean, mine isn't most of the time either. And people go, so what do you mean this and this and this? And I go, like, did I fucking say that?
I got a girl at work to get up and walk away from a lunch table I was at the other day because she was complaining about GMOs. I pretty much made the argument that GMOs are a fantastic invention and people need to stop being afraid of it because they don't understand it.
That's actually more accurate, if you ask me, is that second part. which is you just don't just start hating things because you don't get it.
So with the particular with GMOs, the thing with those is that the organisms themselves, when eaten, there is no test ever anywhere that genetically modified organism is bad for you, or the plants around it,
right,
or bugs or anything. They're perfectly safe. They've just been modified to be hardier, stronger organisms that can grow in more hostile conditions, ideally. The problem with them is that the companies that own the patents on the seeds and these organisms themselves are only using them to further the gap between large and small farms. So
right.
instead of making this product available to everyone, you can't. Johnny Joe's small corn farm can't keep up with the mega farm that's able to grow miles of corn at once because it just has stronger corn that requires lower maintenance.
Sure.
The business aspect of GMOs is dangerous and damaging to farming. The actual organism itself, that thing can grow just about fucking anywhere, but they're not sold to places that need it.
Yeah, which is like the ultimate double-edged sword, right?
The business behind it. It's not the science. This is the way that I feel the world usually works. The science is flawless. The business is fucked up.
Well, that's it. Like most of the time, the science is based purely on fact. It's not scientific. It's not typically presented until it's factual.
Right.
Meaning like this is what it is because we have, all these equations lined up that prove it. Right. 2 + 2 is 4. Right. And then basically at the end of the day, humans fuck it up.
We proved that the Higgs field exists, or have all but proved that the Higgs field exists, which is basically an invisible mesh around our universe that says which particles do and don't stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we can find out that with nothing to go for other than extremely complicated mathematical proofs, then you can trust your doctor that you can take 2 aspirin and call him tomorrow.
Well, that's something that up real nicely right there. I like that. That's a great little summary. Exactly right. Yeah, I didn't really.
That's the most poignant thing I'll say for the entire month of February.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. I knew that you were a science guy, obviously, because we've talked many times about it. But I really didn't know about like the boutique.
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh, thank God. It just proves that we are friends. We're really good friends.
This kid at work that used to sit, he doesn't work there anymore, but he would come in with all these weird chips. I'm like, why? You want to go out for beer? It's like, no, it's like, I can't have gluten. I'm like, fuck you.
Yes, you can.
No, I told every single time. I was like, he's like, I'm allergic to gluten. I'm like, no, you're not. That's not possible. Like, I wouldn't even give him the time of day.
It's like, listen, dude, friends don't lie to each other. Okay, you're not.
I wasn't gonna lie to him. I wasn't gonna lie to him.
Yeah, why is he lying to you?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. This son of a bitch. I don't even know him.
I'm allergic to gluten. Oh, fuck you.
Right, exactly. Stop. You have celiacs? No? Well, all right. Well, then what are you talking about?
Oh, I can't believe we got the flu this year. Did you get a flu shot? No, I don't trust that. It's like, well.
You're right. Like, I don't personally get the flu shot, and I don't usually get the flu. But if I were to get the flu, I wouldn't, I certainly would.
It's just the fault of all the people that got the flu shot, because then their flu just bounced off and hit me.
Right? Like their shields are up and they just fucking ricocheted.
Somebody's tried to make that argument to me that the more people get flu shots, the people that didn't get flu shots are being hurt. This is very similar to the anti-vaccination argument.
It's very similar to the measles outbreak that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks, people, for not getting your kids taken care of.
Thanks, Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Because
Fuck.
Once again, in order to show how fucked up our society is, thank God that every mother in the United States of America listens to a former porn star.
Was she a porn star?
Doctor. Yeah, she was in Playboy all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then.
Yep. But yeah, thank God we've got Jenny McCarthy. Now that she's wearing clothes, feels like she needs to redeem herself because she's embarrassed about her kid.
I like that she put the clothes on first.
She puts the clothes on. She's like, now that my clothes are on, I can see clearly about hating science.
The whole argument is like that vaccines cause autism, correct?
Right, but they don't.
Right.
And that whole thing was based off of one study that was proven to be fabricated, and multiple other studies have completely debunked that theory.
Right. Again, science, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's winning if you just listen to it.
No, it makes a lot of sense. And Neil deGrasse Tyson had the best quote involving it. Is that the beautiful thing about science is that it's true whether or not you believe in it.
Oh, that's beautiful. And honestly, if anybody is interested in scientific, theory and thought, he is a good guy to listen to because he breaks shit down very easily to be understood.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, and he's a smart motherfucker.
He's got some good takes on kind of state of the environment too. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, we're killing the Earth," and he's like, "No, actually, the Earth will be fine no matter what we do to it. It is a planet." He's like, "We're going to get ourselves extincted." That's
how's that feel, everybody?
That's how this works. Yeah, the dinosaurs didn't kill the Earth. Whatever was before the dinosaurs didn't kill the Earth.
Yeah, if by the planet you mean people, then yes, you're correct. We will kill each other.
Outside of meteors and supernovas, there's really not a whole lot that can go wrong as far as inside influences and actually killing the Earth goes.
Right. Like it will be all right. It might not be it might not be us on it, but there will be something.
Sooner or later we'll get compacted into a black hole and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But
yeah, well, I don't think we will.
Yeah.
I think good Mother Earth here will.
I think every scientist ends up being super cynical too, or anybody with a scientific mind. Because if you look about it, we've all ruled out we covered this in an earlier one, but we've ruled out life after death as a possibility for us. We're just like, that just doesn't happen. It doesn't make sense. It would be nice if it did. We don't have any evidence for it.
Right, correct. There's no evidence. I don't have any evidence yet for it. That's for sure.
So then we're looking at the state of the universe, which we know one of two things will happen. It will either continue to expand until it tears itself apart and everything freezes, or it will expand and collapse back down into a singularity, crushing everything. Those are the two main thoughts of that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at that aspect of things, it definitely puts a whole lot of thought behind the futility of
there's really not much of a silver lining there.
No, there's really not much of a silver lining. But best case scenario, we create a species that's able to see the end of the universe when it happens.
Right, which is very unlikely.
You know what's crazy about that too is that they know that the universe is expanding, and they found that the speed of its expansion is starting to speed up.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm assuming on the fringe of the universe, it makes a bigger impact than does where we are right now, kind of nestled in our galaxy here.
Mm-hmm.
But a really interesting observation is that people observing the stars a few thousand years from now might not be able to see any outside of the sun because the light from those stars could have been pulled so far back away from the expansion that we would actually look like we were the only thing in the universe.
Oh, I get it. Wow.
So to people 5,000 or 6,000 years from now, depending on how that expansion went, they would listen to stories of ours and dig up this podcast and think, these guys are nuts. There's never anything in the sky except for the sun and the planets.
Yeah, they're like, what are these things? What are they talking about? Stars.
Right.
What
There'd
the
be no
fuck?
evidence of it.
And then people now will listen to this and go, these guys are out of their fucking minds.
Right.
And then so nobody will believe us.
Right.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, no, it's crazy when you think about it. Because the only reason we know how much we do is because we were born into a time period. I think Carl Sagan was one who pointed this out, but we were born into a time period where we are able to observe that there's things going on that we don't understand.
Sagan's cool as fuck too. If you look at a bunch of his quotes, and his writings,
yeah, he's brilliant. They're all brilliant.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome shit.
That's why they're fucking scientists.
I didn't even think of it that way. Michikaku is the same way too. He's pretty. He dumbs it down a little too much, if you ask me. It's like, listen, you can use big boy words, and I'll understand what that means.
Right.
He's like, it's like tiny little bubbles in a bathtub. I'm like, no, it's not. Just tell me what it's like.
No, yes, they are individual stars in a cosmic mesh. I get it.
Yeah, you can tell me that. Well, it's like a bunch of strings on a guitar. Like, no, it's not. Just tell me.
Yeah, that's a little too. Yeah.
It's like, I'm not 6. I know I'm about as smart as a 6-year-old compared to you, but I'm a man. I can handle it. Although probably most of the people he talks to can't.
But can you handle emailing the John Brown Show? John at the John Brown Show.
Email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches. Yeah, baby.
Wow, nice.
Wow. There's a little tag on there.
I like that.
Tag on there.
I saw the mouse on your screen move to the other one.
Yeah, I like how you stayed nice and quiet for that.
Yeah, I saw what was going on there.
But anyway, moving off of the science, we'll close with this. Back to video games.
Yes.
I played The Evil Within
for
a few hours yesterday.
How'd you like it?
I got to be honest, I'm not that impressed yet. It's not terrible. I'm happy I got it on sale. You know what I mean? It's a decent game so far, but it's a decent $20 game so far. And I mean, I guess there's a lot more to it. So like, I'm not that far through it, I guess. So I'm not going to say it's not that good, just because maybe something happens where it's like, oh fuck, this is what I've been waiting for. But not that phenomenal so far. Looks good. It looks great. You know, it's fun. It's just not. I'm really happy I didn't pay $60.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm really happy about that. But for $20, I think it's definitely worth picking up and trying it, because it's a decent action game. It's just I haven't really felt the story part of it yet. And as you know, I more or less enjoy playing video games that are like a movie that I'm playing.
Right.
That's just my preference. And it hasn't got there yet. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
we'll get there.
Yeah, I hope so. And I also picked up the Resident Evil remake.
Ooh.
For $20.
There you go.
And if you haven't played the Resident Evil remake, I absolutely recommend getting the new one that just came out. They did a pretty phenomenal job on it.
I may take a look at that one.
It seems like they really, really worked on they worked a lot on the textures and everything, and the camera. They did some really interesting things with the 2D backgrounds, with focusing and lighting, that actually they basically make it 3D.
Makes it pop a little bit more.
Oh my god, like a shitload more. I actually threw on the emulator on my computer and put on the remake from the GameCube.
Yeah.
And put it on 1080 just to see what the difference was, and it's a pretty big difference.
Nice.
Yeah, they really worked hard on it. And a couple interesting things is that they actually they didn't change the controls, but they give you a different option for the controls, because Resident Evil games have been known to have battle tank like controls, where basically if you push forward, they walk forward no matter what direction on the screen they're facing. And a lot of people really didn't like that over the years. Well, they gave you an option in this one to not control the game like that. You control the game how you see it on the screen. And I gave it a shot, and I couldn't play like that.
Yeah.
I went back to the old school.
There you go.
But I certainly recommend it.
All right. I'll take a look.
Looks good, plays good, all that kind of stuff.
I'll definitely take a look.
All right, then.
So,
with
that in mind,
I
believe we've reached the end of the rope for today.
We certainly have. Nice show, though.
Nice show.
Good job, Greg.
Well done. We did not left shark this one.
No, I was just going to bring up a Left Shark reference. You son of a bitch. Let's be honest. Left Shark really, propelled this episode.
Yeah, Left Shark really helped.
And then the guy's broken arm.
Left Shark helped us Right Shark this episode.
Yeah. And then, of course, I would have done all these things, but I'm dead now commercial.
Yeah, I'm dead now.
Ugh.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week if I'm not dead from an accident.
All right. Bye now, Greg.
Bye.